Hi, welcome back to Lakeside Quilt Making Arts. It's great to have you here. Today's video is the ever-evolving studio. I've been working on building the cabinet that's going to go underneath the table that we raised up in the last video. So in addition to understanding about the ergonomics of our cutting surfaces, we also need to understand the details about what we're doing in our sewing workstations. I have some thoughts on that. Initially, last year, I set my workstation up as I've seen others do, with my ironing station directly to my side, and I tried both sides, right and left side. And then that way I didn't have to get up. I could just churn out my work. I could sew, and then I could press. I could sew, and then I could press. And it was very efficient. But what I learned, that the chair you're in really matters. That if you're in a chair that is stagnant, and then as you're twisting your weight to a workstation where you're doing the pressing, or another workstation where you're grabbing your fabrics, and then you've got your machine in front of you and you're leaning and shifting your weight, your pelvis, your SI joints, your hips are getting a workout. And if they're getting a workout, all of your spine above that is also getting a workout. And it's just not healthy to do a lot of small, repetitive movements. I know that I could feel all of those movements last year while I was attempting that kind of a setup. I was in a chair that I love to sew in. It was very comfortable to sew in, but it is a stagnant chair. So I was having to reach to those different sections with weight shifts, weight changes. If you're in a proper sewing chair with a lumbar support only, no arms and no upper back on it, and it's on wheels, then you've got some advantages. So such a workstation might work for you. But if your chair doesn't have that, or if it's a proper office chair, which I also attempted, then you're dealing with some bulkiness. You've got arms, you've got an upper back to it, that although there are some perks to that, and if you've got a really spacious room, that has some advantages, but the arms get in the way, and then you're having to compensate for those arms getting in your way, and that's a lot of repetitive movements in your lower lumbar and pelvis and those areas too. So these are just thoughts for you to consider. I highly recommend giving a lot of thought to what you're doing on all these repetitive movements. Efficiency is one thing, but taking care of our bodies, it should always trump. So that's just my 2 cents. As you know, I'm overly sensitive to everything to do with the joints and the spine. I just wanted to share where I've seen something that, I paid attention to it and hope that it might help somebody else. All right, let's get back to our ever-evolving studio. I am working on my cabinet. You can see how it's coming together here. I cannot wait until it's put together underneath. If all goes well, I will be showing you at the end of this video that cabinet underneath this table, and you'll get a feel for what my objective is. So hang tight to see how it goes. And just like that, it's done. Okay, so I get 5 drawers out of this, and I can use every one of them. So what I'm going to do, let me first explain something. It's going to fit underneath my table about halfway back, and it will clear underneath the tabletop. The front of it will clear there whenever it's halfway back. Then next month, I'll get another one to put on the other side. Then I will have 10 new drawers in my studio. And then the plan is, if the next month or later on, I will get taller versions of these that are, I think it's 7 drawers tall and 41 inches tall. I'll get 3 of those and turn that into my ironing station. Get one of those long wool mats to put on top of the 3 of them. Then I'll have, oh gosh, I would have 21 new drawers for storage in here, and I need it. I need it. So I'm very happy with it. It's quick to go together. I did it all last night, and from start to finish. Of course, I've built others before. I have some of these up in my office, and I have one actually over there by my sewing table too. But I'm glad to have it. It's going to work out great. I highly recommend this kind of storage. It glides well. They're not too deep, so you can't lose a lot of things in there. You have a pretty good exposure for the full, not the full width of the drawer, but most of it. And things go in and out well. It's almost like, IKEA furniture, but it's from Amazon, and you can, get free delivery on it, and it's great. So if anybody wants to know the name, I'll put that in the description down below. But I've purchased these, and it's been like 4 or 5 of them now. I've received consistent product, and it's gone together easily without any problem whatsoever. No problem with lost parts or anything like that. So that's it. The ever-evolving studio continues to evolve. I've not done anything yet with my pegboard over there. It's still setting up over there to remind me that it's yet to be done. I just haven't, had the bandwidth to do everything. I've been doing other things like this and, quilting and making videos and those things. I will get to it because I need it too. It will help with storage as well. I do believe in having a home for all the things. That way, when you see your messes, when you pull things out and you got many things out at one time, you're not overwhelmed because you know those things have a home. It's different when you see a mess and you don't know where the things go. But if they have a home, then it's easy to return them to that home. Easier. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you for spending time with me. And I hope that you're inspired to create in your studio and to create storage in your studio so that it's more functional for you as well. We don't always have to buy all brand new furniture. Sometimes we just add a little piece and we work with what we have. Because notice what I'm getting here. I'm getting a flat surface here where I can put something. I have a flat surface right here that I can put things. And as I get this all organized, I'll show you how I arrange things. But not today, because I'm not there yet. I just barely got this done. We'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.